Thank you, Matt. I guess Andrea will. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Andrea will serve as the hook, however, if I go on too long. What I wanted to say first off is the way forward starts with the way you began. And our way forward was built on a pretty solid road. Not the yellow brick road of the Wizard of Oz, but certainly something much more tangible and much more meaningful and much more local. One of the great things about this business is that it really relies on you becoming a part of your community. You cannot serve as an effective public relations practitioner if you don't love where you are and if you don't love the people who are around you. And I think that's one of the great strengths of what we've learned here and what we've all been taught here is that this community needs us. It needs us to embrace its strengths and its weaknesses and to work together to repair those weaknesses, to make them strengths, and to find ways of really bringing what we think is the core of our program to that community. And what I've learned from both Claudine and Peter, and continue to learn from Peter pretty well every Monday through Friday, about 8 times a day when I drop in to see him because I really need a lot of help. But what I continue to learn from both Claudine and Peter is that the learning that we're all going to engage in forever, while it has changed in the method in which we learn, the constant in public relations is that we must never stop learning. So all of the things that we're working on as we work our way forward, the challenge and the opportunity that social media represents for us, really the end of marketing and of advertising as an effective mechanism in which to communicate most of the things that we're working on, and so therefore the need for entire new roles that didn't exist 5 years ago. So a community relations manager in an online forum, someone who no longer simply just does a newsletter but is now engaged in an e-newsletter and a blog and a vlog and sort of a Facebook manager and a Twitter manager and engaged in all those kinds of one-on-one relationships that are really at the core of today's communications activity. But that change really does start from the premise of caring first of all about the people who engage with the organization, and then demonstrating that you care with them, care about them by communicating them in as open and transparent a way as possible. Somebody once asked me, why would I want to come teach at Algonquin? What was it about sort of this place that made it the place to be? And my answer to them, I hope, remains my answer and will remain my answer 25 years from now. It is that public relations must serve as the ethical core and as the ethical heart of all organizations today. The challenge has long been is that people have wanted to make sort of short-term gain and avoid long-term pain in most organizations. But I hope what we teach our students is that they need to be the people who say stop if someone says there's a shortcut to success here. That I hope what we teach them is that at the ethical core of all of these organizations, which are going to go through enormous change, that as the change agents in those organizations, we'll be able to point out that change can happen and communication can happen in a way that will allow us to be ethical and transparent and forthright, and will really be able to bring, I think, the spirit of openness to all of our communications. So I know some students here today, and I know some of you have gone through this already. By the time today's student is 38, they will have had 16 different jobs. The pace of change is accelerating so much that most of the students today will be in jobs 5 years from now that don't exist today. And that kind of a challenge is very difficult for an educational institution to absorb in a lot of places. But I think Peter and Claudine's legacy here is that, in fact, we're able to build that acceptance of change and the ability to bring change and to bear change to our students' lives. And so I think that's the way forward. I think we're going to continue to be the program that leads change and brings change and embraces change. Change is coming to America. No. Yes, we can. Yeah, I had to go there. Really. Sorry, I was going to not do it, and then I do it. I'll do it. So, on a final note, though, I do want to say this has been such a warm community to join. From the alumni who's made me feel welcome, to everyone here at Algonquin who's made us feel welcome, to the program, the students. It is, I think, an example of the kind of community you would build if you were trying to build the ideal community. So I think that's a testament to all of you. I think it's a testament to all of the friends of the program wherever they are. And so I hope that as we do embrace change, that never changes. Thank you very much.